Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Fiesta ST-3 walk around video. But before we do get stuck in with the walk around, if you're enjoying my content and want to see more of it, can I recommend clicking on that subscribe button and you'll be seeing me a lot more regularly. This here is a rather beautiful mean green Ford Fiesta ST-3 featuring the 1.5 litre EcoBoost engine producing a whopping 200 PS of power. That 200 PS of power is then transmitted through the front wheels through a 6-speed manual gearbox. This vehicle has had the performance pack fitted. That includes the limited slip differential, launch control and the performance shift indicators. We are registered on a 2023 registration, meaning you're taking Ford warranty with you until May 2026. We've done just over 7,500 miles, but like always, I'll get you the exact number once we're on the dash in a moment. So in the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to walk you around door to door, corner to corner, and hopefully show you every little bit of spec you need to know about. So first off, at the near side front, I'm going to present to you the remote central locking key. If I don't drop it, clicking the unlock button is going to wake up the LED daytime running lights. The daytime running lights give you the ultimate visibility no matter the lighting conditions. Even on the brightest of days like today, you're still going to be perfectly visible. They are flashing in your videos simply because the frequency in which my camera records at. So let me assure you, they're not flashing in real life. They're just giving you perfect visibility. I mean, the colour will probably make you stand out enough, but if not, daytime running lights are there as well. These are some lovely LED headlights with built-in front fog lights. Coming below, we can start to see a lovely colourway of this vehicle. So we have the mean green body colour and we have magnetic grey shrouding, such as the front grille and that plate there. Ford Performance front splitter on there as well, giving it a very aggressive appearance. ST badging in the grille there as well. I'm a big fan of the aesthetics of this vehicle. We're going to move ourselves around now until we get to these gorgeous 18-inch alloy wheels. They are fitted with the Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tyres on them. Pilot Sport 4 tyres on them. And we have the red painted brake calipers as well. So it makes it look very mean indeed. It's a nice ST trait now, the red calipers. Back up to the windscreen quickly. That there is a light sensor for the automated lights. So as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights will come on automatically. Further north at the top of the windscreen we have a few more sensors. The long one at the bottom of your screen is a traffic speed sign recognition camera. It reads out the speed signs and displays them to you on the beautiful digital driver display. Top left there is a light sensor for the auto headlights, and on the right hand side is a rain sensor for the rain sensing wipers. Drawing your attention back down to the body of the vehicle now. This vehicle is fitted with keyless entry, so locking the vehicle on the key, taking you to half zoom. So we have the 4 lines on the door handle. So if you just notice the wing mirror lights, tapping behind the door handle unlocks the vehicle, and tapping on those door handles locks the vehicle. So it's a very convenient system if you have your hands full of shopping, maybe a child or anything else, or simply you don't want to get the key out of your pocket. Click the door handle, enter the vehicle, engine start stop button. Wonderful. They're taking you back to normal zoom now, not to distort the rest of the vehicle. So this vehicle is fitted with rear privacy glass that stretches around the rear. So again, it aids to that really nice colourway of the magnetic grey wheels, the black privacy glass and the mean green ST machine body colour. So at the offside rear now, this stage of the video I get the camera nice and tight to the body of the vehicle and just gently rock the camera side to side, shimmying on down, displaying to everybody at home or wherever you might be watching this video of how beautiful the body panels are. Then linking it back round to the offside rear wheel. Again, another beautiful Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tyre, red calipers and obviously rear discs on this one as well. Moving around the rear of the vehicle, we have rear parking sensors which are complemented beautifully with a high definition reversing camera. Let me give you a dramatic zoom into that reversing camera. We've also got the lovely and dual exhaust pipes down there, which produces a beautiful crackly aesthetic as well. So it gives you a really aesthetic acoustic, my apologies. Running out of words. It's now at the near side. We're going to give it the exact same treatment. Just stay off nice and high, just gently rocking the camera side to side, displaying to everybody how beautiful this Fiesta is. Now we can link that back around to the near side rear wheel and give you a good look at that. And then following it all the way down to the near side front. And you good look at that. Whilst the tyre is ajar, you can see we've got plenty of usable tread remaining. So that is the exterior taken care of. Let's now have a look inside the boot. Release point is just the left hand side of the camera. That pops up the boot, not a problem. So the Ford Fiesta, I know this is the performance variant, but the Ford Fiesta has been a staple diet of the British motor industry for many a year. That's because they're small, lovely compressed hot hatches with a gigantic volume boot space. Even got room for a tyre sealant and compressor kit. But as you can see, the volume of these Fiestas is big enough for a couple of suitcases, a couple of dogs, sports equipment, or just everyday life equipment. So yeah, they're a fantastic space inside the back of these hot hatches. Now progressing to the interior of this Fiesta. Let's start off in the rear, shall we? So again, a lovely family car, because we do have ISOFIX seats. I'll come to that in a second. Starting at the door cast, we have this hard wearing plastic. It's going to be nice and easy to keep clean. We have individual window controls on the corresponding door card. Spinning the camera around now, we'd have a look at the rear seats. It's a beautiful half leather, half suede design, all held together by this lovely ST red stitching. Again, if you require the ISOFIX seats, you have one on the right hand rear and one again on the left hand rear down there. So clip the kiddies in, keeping them nice secure in transit. And when they can touch the floor, you're going to need floor mats. So down there are the fitted Fiesta ST floor mats. So that is one less thing for you to worry about after purchasing the vehicle. And yes, you do have a bit more leg room. I just got the chairs even for my long legs when I was doing my photographs. So please note how far back that chair is. Before we sit in that chair, let's just go through the driver's door card. Interior locking found just left of the door handle. We have the electric mirrors with the locking for the rear windows there as well, and all four window controls on that cluster. The driver's door card again, we have the hardware in plastic leading into a synthetic leather, a real soft touch armrest system there. Now have a look at these seats. These are the Ford Performance airbag technology seating. So they have the lovely added support in the top shoulder, the lower back and the base part of the seat. These are manually adjustable, so you have the rear tilt, height adjustment, and the front height adjustment is there, with the forward and backwards done on the other rail to the left hand side. They also feature this lovely extendable leg section, so you're always going to be able to get comfortable no matter what shape or size you are. Again, manually adjustable, but we do have the electronic lumbar support there, part of the AGR technology, spinal technology fitted to these seats. Now I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle. You're going to hear a bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a moment. Marvellous. Now we're inside the vehicle. Again, complementing the keyless entry is a power start stop button. The pressure foot on the clutch, and that will gain you power. Just straighten that wheel up once more. Okay. Just adjust myself. 2 seconds, please. Okay, so this is the beautiful digital driver display. So I'm going to begin the interior tour by giving you a quick guide round it. So the left hand side there is a coolant temperature sensor. Going inwards is a digital speedo, and we have at the bottom there the odometer. So the exact mileage of this vehicle is 7,657.9. Moving along is the ambient air temperature, along with a digital readout of the fuel gauge with the bar graph for the fuel on the top right hand side. The RPM features on the right hand side of the display, so it's RPM times 1000, counting the revolutions of the crankshaft, also known as the output power of the engine. In the middle section there, we can control that using the return, the OK up and down, and menu button on the right hand side of the steering wheel. First off, we have performance gauges, so that goes through different temperatures and pressures, such as oil pressure and turbo pressure. And then we go down into live tyre pressures. Now this vehicle, again, is just waiting a used car prep. So in about half an hour or so, this vehicle is going to be going into our workshops, and a Ford qualified technician is going to be adjusting all these pressures back to the manufactured specification. Down we are into fuel economy. So just an example, this vehicle has been averaging 40.7 miles to the gallon. Come down there, and again, different goodies to go at. Clicking the menu button, we can then select screens. You can decide what you'd like to look at. You can even put launch control on there as well. So let's go find that. That looks fun. We've got audio screen, we've got the navigation tab there, Bluetooth phone connectivity, and back into settings. Settings, you can access things such as your launch control, again part of the performance pack fitted to the vehicle. Have oil, life, tyre pressures, and local hazard information. Down into display settings, you can just change it over to kilometers an hour as well. So perfect if you're going over to the continent. So launch control, obviously I'm not going to be able to do that here because I'm currently on stones, but we have launch control on a Fiesta ST. Fantastic. So there's a few party pieces about the screen you're looking at. First off, we do have selectable drive modes, whether that is sport, we have a racetrack, we have an eco, and back to normal. So we have a drive mode for the situation. So the mode button is on the right hand side, but we also have a sport button which is found on the left hand side. So with a click of a button, you're going into sport mode, and depending on what mode you have it in, changes the aesthetic of the screen entirely. So again, we saw the bluey one in normal mode, we've just seen the grey red one for sport mode, and then you have your sport and racetrack mode like so. You can just about see the flag in the middle of the cluster there. So I said earlier, we have a driver assistance pack, so you can see where the traffic speed sign is presented in the middle. So just before coming into the garage, we have a 50 miles an hour limit, and that speed sign has been set. Also, there's another bit of spec we can be using with this speed limiter, and that includes the intelligent speed limiter. So with your speed limiter set in a town or a city, if you go past a varying speed sign, your limiter is going to change automatically based on the speed sign read. It's a lovely little feature. I've used it a few times in my vehicle. It's a fantastic design. Right, now to give you a quick tour around the steering wheel. Again, we've covered the OK, up and down a menu button. That is the sport mode button, and that is the mode button to change it into individual drive modes. At the bottom of that cluster, we have a voice command, a pickup, decline, and previous and next song function. On the left hand side is the buttons for the cruise control. Cancels on the left hand side, set speed plus and minus in the middle, standby and limiter found bottom right. And on the bottom of that cluster we have a volume minus, a volume plus, and also a mute button. Continuing now into the central part of this lovely Ford Fiesta ST, we have this lovely little cubby hole here with a USB-A port in there as well. This is a perfect place to keep all your sweets on longer journeys. I don't want any arguments about that because that's what it was designed for. But if you were taking advantage of Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, I'd recommend plugging in your USB cable down there, tethering it through this gap here, so when you shut the box up you won't have any tension on your cable at all. Conventional handbrake for nostalgia reasons. Ready? Oh, lovely. We have sprung loaded cup holders, so again in the morning your coffee's not going to go rolling out everywhere. A very fantastic design. Credit card holder, so when you're in the McDonald's drive-thru you don't lose your card. Auto stop start is turned off automatically when you place it into a sport drive mode, but that's how you can turn it off manually. And this one here will turn off the traction control. Now, I am a Ford gearbox fanatic. As a former Ford technician, I've opened a couple up. They're ultra reliable and they're fantastic fun to drive. So the construction of an EcoBoost engine is we have a low power band due to high pressure fuel injection and a dirty great big turbocharger. So because they rev higher, we can introduce a 6th gear, so when you're cruising on the motorway, pop it into 6th and you'll get some very competitive MBG because it will just lower the revs all the way down. This can be used in a coordination with the cruise control, and again if you're sitting on the motorway and you're not driving it like a race car, it's a very fantastic system to save yourself a bit on the fuel there as well. But back to the gear shifter, you can see just how that pops into gear there. It's a very positive sensation. Back in the day they would have described that as a bolt action. Oh, that is wonderful. Anywho, 12 volt socket to the left and another USB-A port found to the right hand side. USB-A ports deliver about 2.1 amps of charging. Again, these will be perfect for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Now we can talk about the heating, ventilation and air conditioning controls. Fan speed is simply found to the left hand side, with temperature found to the right hand side. We have the winter pack fitted, so that is 2 heated front seats which are 3-way electronically adjustable, with the electronically heated front windscreen and also a heated steering wheel. To the left hand side you can see different demist functions, with automatic ECAT air conditioning found at the bottom. Different flows of vents are found in the middle, with recirculation, and 2 air conditioning tabs found on the right hand side. Moving on up now, we can then have a look at this wonderful ST-3 module. So I've mentioned the speed limiter a second ago, and that's the page we're currently looking at. So coming out of there, this is the driver assistance pack. So again, that is a speed limiter, a lane keeping system, traffic sign recognition, rear view camera, wrong way alert, park pilot, driver alert and hill start assist. Coming out of there, we'll go into vehicle, and here you have so many vehicle settings there, but that's where you can access things such as your rain sensing wipers or your auto high beam and things such as that. So that's some fantastic vehicle settings. So I'm just going to click the home button quickly. This will return us back to square one, where you get a snapshot of navigation to the left hand side, you get your audio to the top right and your phone connectivity bottom right. So a quick guide through the screen itself. Audio tab bottom left. There we have various sources such as FM, DAB and Bluetooth audio. See, I can remember it all now. There we go to your phone connectivity. This is where you'll add your phone via Bluetooth. Next up in the middle is your Ford Sync 3.4 navigation software. A fantastic navigation I use all the time in my vehicle. But if I can give you a quick demonstration, if you click the search box like so, wait for the keyboard to load. To come to Perkins to look at this Fiesta, you shall need Charlie Mike 776 Sierra Alpha. Click the search box. In no time at all, that is going to navigate your route straight here to Perkins Garages. Obviously I'm not going to click start because I'm here already, but don't forget you can have the directions appear on the digital driver display in front of you. Next up is your mobile apps. Again, we've covered most of this as well, but this screen is fully supportive of your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as I've previously mentioned, and that will mirror your phone onto this screen here. So there's many advantages. My favourite one is the voice command setting. So on Android you'll get the Google Assistant, and on Apple you'll get Siri. From there you can command your voice assistant to do, well, whatever you like really. Make phone calls, send audible text messages, even ask it random questions. How did England get on in the cricket this morning? Very well. So you can just, any information you might need while you're driving around, it prevents you from touching your phone, but you can still access a lot of the features on it. In addition to that, some people, I won't be offended, don't like forward navigation, but that opens a door to Apple Maps, Google Maps or even Waze, whichever you prefer. So I'm going to leave you with the view of the beautiful reversing camera and proximity sensors on the right hand side. So the proximity sensors will give you an intermittent beep that increase in frequency as you get closer to the object in question. And let me just put it back into manual so I don't forget. So thank you very much for watching this video on this mean green Ford Fiesta ST machine. I hope you found it useful. If you need any more information about this vehicle or any other vehicle we have in stock here at Perkins Garages, please pick up the phone 01376 550 899. If you'd like the video, subscribe and leave us a nice comment below. Have a great weekend and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye bye for now.